Capricorn, the foundation is speaking, and this time you cannot outwork what needs to be felt. Saturn and Neptune in Aries are pressing into your home, family, ancestry, roots, and private life. This is not light energy. It can blur old boundaries, expose family patterns, or make you question what safety really means. But the point is not to destabilize you. The point is to show you where the structure was never as solid as you were told to pretend it was. The Sun and Jupiter in Leo move through shared resources, intimacy, grief, debt, trust, and transformation. Something grows in the hidden layers. That may mean deeper commitment, a financial decision, a psychological breakthrough, or the uncomfortable realization that control and security are not the same thing. The Taurus first quarter moon activates pleasure, love, creativity, and personal desire. This is where the week confronts you. Are you still allowed to want something simply because it brings you alive? Or have you trained yourself to treat joy like a distraction from duty? Mars in Gemini keeps the workload noisy. Too many details, tasks, messages, or obligations can scatter your nervous system. Do not let busyness become a shield against the emotional work happening underneath. When Venus enters Libra, career and visibility begin to soften. You may receive support, recognition, or a chance to present yourself with more grace. But polish means nothing if the private foundation is cracking. The Sun trine Saturn is your strongest stabilizer. It says, tell the truth at the root, and the structure above it can hold. Capricorn, this week asks for ruthless honesty in the place you usually keep private. What you rebuild now will not need constant pretending to stand.
Capricorn, your tarot card is Temperance. This is a week for integration, not force. Temperance asks you to combine patience with intention, truth with compassion, and ambition with emotional regulation. You may want a fast answer, but the deeper healing comes through proportion. Do not pour all of yourself into one problem. Adjust gradually. Balance is not weakness, it is mastery in motion.
Capricorn, you get hexagram 42, wind over thunder, increase. Increase comes when energy flows in the right direction. This week, growth may arrive through honesty, generosity, or a strategic adjustment that gives life more room. But the hexagram asks you to strengthen what benefits the whole structure, not just the surface. Invest in what supports your future self. Small corrections now can multiply into real stability.
Capricorn, your rune is Thurisaz. Thurisaz is the thorn, the gate, the force that confronts what cannot pass unchanged. This week, a boundary is not optional. Something may provoke you, but the deeper lesson is control of your own power. Do not strike blindly. Stand at the gate. Decide what enters, what leaves, and what no longer gets access.
This week did not come to comfort the false version of the story. It came to expose the weak beam, the old silence, the borrowed identity, the peace that was purchased at too high a price. But exposure is not destruction. It is the beginning of honest power. Comment with what you are done carrying just to keep the surface calm. Subscribe for next week's horoscope and tap the bell if you are ready for the next truth. And watch your rising sign too. The rising sign often shows where the confrontation becomes visible in your actual life.